Welcome. All right. Today we're going to talk about American Made, the Tom Cruise movie about Barry Seals. Barry Seals, is probably a lot of you know, was in cahoots with, I don't know, he had George Bush H.W.'s phone number in his wallet when he got assassinated on the 19th of February back in 1986, I believe, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at a halfway house that a judge put him there. He was a snitch. But long before that, before Barry ever got into that cocaine deal, he used to bring in gold Columbian pot into Louisiana. And I had a couple of friends that were from Baton Rouge that knew Barry, or the Fat Man as they used to call him. And they would bring that gold Columbian over to Austin. Quite a few friends actually got pretty rich off of that. One of them one day, he was a cousin of a pretty famous person in Austin, was sitting out in his house on Lake Austin, him and his buddy. They're sitting there smoking pot, and all of a sudden the cops walk in. They handcuffed him on the couch. They found $275,000 in cash. This is the, I guess, Travis County Sheriff's or whatever. Anyways, they found $275,000 cash, walked out the door, left him and his buddy there on the couch, and they're like, what happened? Another friend sold a lot of that gold Columbian. He decided he was going to go to a PGA school. So he went 2 years to a PGA school to become a golf pro at a country club, and had buried $250,000 back in Austin, out in the country. Well, they had developed the land. In the 2 years he was gone, he lost $250,000. Never could find that again. But anyways, yeah, Barry had some really good gold Columbian for a while, as well as a lot of people had Columbian. He didn't actually, he kind of just disappeared, I guess, whenever they started running cocaine, because we never did hear anything else from the boys from Louisiana. And we weren't interested in their cocaine, so kind of just left it there. But yeah, Barry did bring some really good weed in for a few years there. I had some friends of mine that were pilots that were also flying into Santa Marta, where the Santa Marta gold came from in Colombia, and they said that down at the end of the runway there would be like just a couple of hundred planes just wrecked, because what happened is people would fly in there and they'd not secure their load. It'd fly out, as soon as they banked, the whole load would shift and they'd just fall right out of the sky. And they just had a bulldozer down there, and that's about how, I mean, they said that strip down there in Santa Marta was just working 24/7. I mean, just planes coming in from all over the country. So I don't know exactly who or what. That same friend that told me about flying down into Santa Marta, they had bought a Constellation, a Lockheed Constellation, about as big as a 707 jet, or 727, or 737, maybe a little bigger than a 737. Anyways, so they bought this thing at the airplane scrapyard out in Arizona for $100,000, and they put 25 tons on it. And so they landed it on top of a mesa in New Mexico, but they didn't have enough room to take that plane off, and they just abandoned it. So it was like $2. They spent $2 a pound to get the weed up here. But yeah, that's about the way it was. I mean, you know, flying was a lot of fun, whole lot of fun. You know, the only thing is, when you're inside a thunderstorm, which is the best time to cross, obviously, because they can't see you on radar. But at least back then they couldn't see you on radar. But you felt like you're in a basketball. Somebody's just dribbling you for like 5-6 hours. You're going through a storm. You got a storm scope in front of you with your plane, and you're just flying around the lightning strikes. And that's exactly how you get there. You only live once, so what? Better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. Thank you. Have a great one.